Very exciting day because we're going to take our rear axle, we're going to go put it into the Red Fox. Finally. Now, I do have a big pile of suspension parts. However, there is a little bit more fabrication that's required for us to install the adjustable UPR spring perches. So the springs aren't going to be going back on. Maybe not the shock seat, but we'll probably put the old springs on. That'll probably work just fine, just so we can kind of have the car supported, and two, roll around. So pretty rear axle. So I'm gonna go get my little furniture mover because I can't pick this big behemoth up, and that way we can roll it under the car just like we rolled it out. We can fill it up with some fluid, kind of lift it up, kind of wash that fluid around a little bit, get the gear oil, get the friction modifier, because silly me bought a Cobra Posi and not a True Track, and now Garrett Leach makes fun of me for doing that, and I feel bad, and I'm going to get bullied into buying a True Track or a Torsen or an Eaton, something not a clutch style Posi. We're going to reinstall the UPR front brace because we could use that. For these braces, we want there to be a preload of them pushing outward. Okay, we want them pushing outward because the tension and torque, and what's going to happen is this, as that wheel gets traction, this whole tube is going to try to rotate inward. That's what these braces are preventing, is that rotation inward. So that yeah. So that is, and it just needs to be preloaded there. You're not going to try and move a mountain. Left hand threads, remember that. Got a new control arm, so might as well take these bad boys off. Take these guys off, and here's what we got. So yeah, this is what you're paying for. Such a dramatic difference between the two. Like, of course, that's old stuff, but that's stamped sheet metal versus chrome moly tubular. Look at even the thickness comparison to that upper control arm. You could just, like, massive difference. Huge difference in what, you know, power and stability you're going to gain from all this. Nonetheless, of course, we have all solid joints. That's also going to help us. It's going to be noisy. Everyone who I've told I'm doing this has repeatedly told me of how much noisier this is going to be. Well, guess what? I completely understand. I know what I'm getting into. Whew, that was a struggle. But as you can see, we got that bad boy bolted in. With all the hard heim joints with no give or anything like that, it is quite a precise fit to have this fitted in. I'm definitely going to need to touch up the paint though. I'm kind of a little bummed out about that, but you know, it had to be done. No way around it. Alright, I need to try and get the we're going to droop the suspension and put the springs and shocks in. Alright, we got good progress made. I've got, probably hard to see, but basically we got the shock mounts gotta put in place a little bit. And then also we got coil springs. There's our strain shocks. So now I think we're gonna lift this bad boy up and put some wheels and put this thing back on the ground. It's still kind of loose because I need to take it all apart, but I'll explain in just a sec why we need to take it all apart again. But I at least want to be able to put it back down on the wheels, and I'm desperately wanting to see what these wheels look like. That's looking pretty good. I love this ride height. I mean, well, I wish it was like lower by like 1 inch. I had to I had to take off the Viking shock or Viking springs that came with the kit because it sat way too low, literally just bottomed out. I'm going to put a photo of it here if I hadn't showed it already. Oh, got a present from Power by the Hour. It's a new alternator because I'm already hearing squeaks from that thing. That'll be for another video. So right now I am very satisfied with finishing this up, and I love the look of these Cobra wheels. Perfect fitment. They don't poke. They fit, and it's just all good. Everything. Whew, it was a tight fit. That was something else. It was a very tight fit because there's no leeway with any of the joints because they're all, you know, solid heim joints. They don't flex. Nothing flexes. Everything's hard. Everything is pretty stiff. So that was a real big pain to handle the just sheer weight and size of that rear axle on my back in the driveway on a downgrade hill slope. So if you were to do this, make sure you get a buddy to come help out because I didn't know if I was going to make it. I mean, as you can see, we started with daylight. Now it's dark. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten dinner. I just basically focused and hyper focused on getting this done. So let's talk about what we need to do next. So the reason why these were too low is you have to install these spring perches, and in order to do this you have to trim the bucket or the little where the spring, you know, this part that's mounted on the car, you gotta trim this part, and then this guy welds in that little pocket. So you have to weld this in the little pocket, and then you can change your ride height for these to be a proper height. And the ride height that I would like for aesthetics, that it would be pleasing to my eye, is this ride height but lower about 1 solid inch, just to close up that gap. I'm okay with having just a little bit of a gap, but just to close it up just a little bit. We got the shocks in and things like that. I got the vent tube. Oh, I didn't, it's a little late, so I haven't put the fluid in the rear axle, so we're not going to be driving it anytime soon. So I think it'll be all right just sitting there empty for now. But I'll probably put, next video that we kind of get going, I'll put that gear oil and that friction modifier in there so that we go. There's all the old axles, diff, control arms, all that good stuff. We got instructions of how to tune and assemble these things. Man, I'm wore out. That was a fight, and that was like that took a little bit. So if you like the video, go ahead and hit the like button. I would greatly appreciate it. And let me give you a little sneak peek, a little hint. I don't know if you can see it in this image. Comment down below if you see it. And I appreciate you guys watching. If it's your first time here, why don't you think of subscribing? Remember, you can become a member as low as $2 a month, and you can see these videos early. And I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys later.